Myths and legends. Things that chill our bones and tickle our curiosity. Reality, or just something we inherited through history. Are you ready to find out about something new? It's that time of the year when we celebrate Christmas. Some of us spend this time with our families, others just take vacations. Some of us have Christmas trees and wrap gifts like maniacs, wanting to bring joy to our loved ones. And some look at Christmas as just another day in the year. However you choose to spend your winter holiday season, we are sure you will love to include the myth of Imelike in your schedule. So, let's begin our last video for this year, shall we? Imelike are often linked to the rural parts of inner Croatia and can basically be described as fairies. But not any kind of fairies. They're said to be small as berries and could only be seen in the morning winter sun and in need. Imelike will be born on the St. Katrina's Day, from the mistletoe berries. It is believed that the tradition of bringing the mistletoe into the house was linked to the mythological creatures, as it was said that Imelike brought happiness and love into the household. It is said that in most cases only children could see them, in their true form, and whenever a child would giggle or laugh when on their own, it meant that Imelike were playing with them. As every creature we covered so far, Imelike also have their own story, and they are heartwarming. Once upon a time there lived a family that was poor, but their small wooden house was filled with love. It is said that the only thing they had on Christmas Eve were a piece of old bread and onions. Despite that, brother and sister wanted to bring joy to their sick parents, so they ventured to the forest. They walked through the deep snow only to collect ivy, a few branches of pine tree, and a mistletoe. They filled the house with everything they found and even managed to find some pine cones, which they used to decorate the Christmas tree they made from the pine branches. The entire family went to the Christmas Eve Mass in the church, and upon arriving home, they all went to bed, while the parents told stories of some better times by candlelight. In the morning, when the children awoke, they truly had a sight to see. Their old drafty house was immaculate, with every crack in the walls and windows fixed. The tree was covered with the most beautiful golden pine cones and sparkly spider webs. They saw their parents crying tears of joy, because their table was filled with eggs, cheese, vegetables, and there was even a fat chicken. But that wasn't all. As they looked around the house, they noticed something moving in the mistletoes. It was Imelike, smiling and waving at them as they retrieved back into their safe beds of mistletoe berries. The second story takes place in the middle of a snowy night, just days before Christmas.
It is said that a young man traveled home from a distant village where he was learning for a shoemaker apprentice. He wanted to surprise his old mother, so he went on the road, despite the heavy snow. It would take him 2 long days to travel on foot if he would follow the road, so he decided to take a shortcut through the forest, as he thought that he knew the path well. He walked through the knee-deep snow, tired and frozen, but determined to come home. At nightfall, a blizzard took him by surprise, and he soon started losing hope, because he couldn't see where he was going, and soon lost his path. It is said that he found a pile of branches and made a shelter, but it was freezing nonetheless, and he had no way of making a fire. The young man cried and begged for help, sure that by morning he would freeze to death and would never see his mother again. At that moment, he noticed something sparkling on the walls of his shelter, and he heard soft giggles. It was Imelike, that hatched from the mistletoe, attached to the branches. As he watched in wonder, Imelike flew away in swarms and soon returned with a warm wolf pelt. They placed it around the young man and started slowly gliding forward as if forming a path. It was the break of dawn and the snow stopped falling and Imelike vanished just as they appeared. As he looked in front of him, the young man saw his house and safely ran to his mother.
So, there you have it. Imelike. Good fairies that take care of people in need. Small Christmas miracles, or just something that will make a good story by a Christmas tree. It is up to you to decide. And remember, something is always watching out for you when you stand under the mistletoe. Hey guys, so we come to the end of the year and we wanted to say thanks to everyone who's liked our videos and subscribed and shared everything. It has been a great journey and we will continue doing everything we do the next year. And we would also like to say thank you to everyone who has downloaded my books and yeah, that's about it. Have happy holidays and we will hear you the next year. This has once again been one of Croatia's myths and legends. My name is Jelena Hrvoj
And I'm Daniel Fiket.
and we will hear you next year. So bye!
Bye.